Hey guys, we got a 2013 Camaro that I'm about to put one of these blend air doors in. As you can see, this one's busted. Now, when I got the seat out and I climbed up underneath there, I had noticed that the owner of this car, I guess it was the owner, unless, I don't know how long he's owned this car, but maybe he bought it like this, but someone had already made this cut. It's a little bit rough, but it should do the trick. But I popped this out of there in about 2 minutes because the hard part was already done. He had it all cut, and once I took the actuator off, I took a couple screwdrivers and I popped it right out. And I pulled the broken blend air door out, and I fished the little broken piece. Sometimes this piece will be completely detached from the door and it'll fall down inside there. And I've always been able to get them out. If you had to leave it in there, you could probably get away with it. I think the door was still completely move both directions and I don't think this would interfere with it. But I always like to get them out just to be on the safe side. I take a screwdriver or this mirror. The mirror is nice because I can angle it, and I just kind of scoop it closer to the opening there, the cutout, to where I can reach my hands in there. And usually I get in there and I'm able to get a couple fingers on it and pull it out like that. But anyway, some people have complained in the comments that they have a hard time getting this popped back in there, and sometimes I do too. And the first thing I do is I try to get it popped back in there in the condition that you're seeing right here. If I don't have any luck and I'm fighting it too much, I'm going to show you what I do to this to make it easy to where it just falls right in every single time. But before I do that, I want to give you a couple tips, and we're going to get inside and I want to show you the inside of the heater box. I'll show you the evaporator and the heater core and what you want to be careful of. Now, the first tip, and all I use is one of these little micro torches. I don't use this one. This is one of 3 that I've got. I got another little one in there. I used to use this one, but it's not as hot and it doesn't last as long than the one that I will put in the link. I found the perfect micro torch that works super great. But the first tip is, if you look at this X-Acto knife, and I just pressed a wooden handle onto it to help insulate it, because this aluminum will start radiating quite a bit of heat. It starts getting a little bit hot, so you either have to let it cool off, so it takes a little bit of time, or wear gloves or something. But the first tip you may notice is how rounded the tip is here. It's not a complete point like it is, when it's unmodified. And I just grind that on a grinder. You could probably do sandpaper or something. And I do that so when I stick it into the plastic, it lessens the chance of piercing one of the fins or tubes on the evaporator or even the heater core. But now, I didn't always do that, and I never had any problems, because when you stick it in, if you feel it not wanting to easily go in, you don't want to keep pushing on it, because that may be the heater core or the evaporator that you're pressed up against. And the last thing you want is to poke a hole in that. And I'm going to show you that he got a little close on this one whenever we get up in there. But anyway, that's the first tip I do, just to help lessen that chance. Showed you that. Let me clean some of this out here. Hopefully I'm going to be able to get enough light up in there for you. He had even bought one of the Nebo. See that light? He had this in the back seat. That is one of the best lights that I've ever used for stuff like this. He had even went out and bought one of those, so I was pretty impressed with that. So here's his cut. I mean, it really doesn't look all that bad compared to what I do. The first thing you may notice is he kind of started digging into, and he probably did this with a screwdriver, trying to pry this out. You want to be careful. You can see where he damaged some fins. it doesn't look like he pierced anything, so he's probably good. This right here is actually, I thought that it was the heater core to start with. It's not. I believe this is the actual evaporator, not the heater core. And the reason I think that is if you look up inside here, you'll actually see the let me see where I'm at here. Let me get over here. Thought this camera was going to be small enough to really get a good look in here. You'll see the temp sensor over there right in front of it. That temp sensor is the evaporator temp sensor. And as you can see, it's right in front of what I believe is the evaporator, not the heater core. The heater core is that there. So anyway, this being the evaporator, you don't want to pierce it because your AC will not work if you pierce that. Anyway, this is what it looks like inside here. Just for your curiosity. Now, if you look way over there, you'll see a hole. That hole is where the other side of the blend air door has to register, so it will pivot. You know, you'll see a little track right there, little recess. That door fits right up in there, and that's what it kind of pivots on. But this is what that cutout should look like, or pretty close. You know, depending on how nice and slow you go and all that. You can see how he had pried up, you know, pried pretty good on that top lip, which is, you know, not a big deal. I don't have he didn't put all the screws back in, so I'm actually missing a couple screws, so we'll see how we can get by without them. But anyway, now for the next tip, take a look at this little area with those little ridges coming down right there, because that right there is what's gonna hold you up. You've got the ridges right there. That part of that door goes up. That's the main part that the door, that this panel that you cut out has to slide up into. But you've also got these right here. And I hope this light's not going to be overly blinding. I'm trying to keep the hot spot out of y'all's way. But you've got those, let's see, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little, I don't know what you call them, little ridges coming down. That's the second piece that part of that door registers up into. And you're sometimes getting this side panel put back in. Let me get out of here. It can be a pain because of that. So I'm going to show you what I do. I've not done it to this one yet. The first thing I do is I try to get this piece back in there. That ridge right there is the first ridge that you got to get stuck up into the that little recess. But here's the one, you know, those 5 little ridges that was coming down. That's also got to go up in there. Well, sometimes it can, this piece right here really plays hell with you as you're trying to get this fit up in there and get it back flush, so the actuator will bolt up and the little rotating piece, it's still up on the actuator. I just left the actuator attached to the wires, and I threw the actuator, you know, that piece right there. You see the little white piece on the actuator? That's got to come through here, and everything's got to be pretty flush to make sure that that door pivots freely. So what I do after I try to get this back in there as is, if I'm fighting it too much, I grind this whole piece right here completely off. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you what it looks like after I'm done. Now, I've done this with a box knife. You can actually cut through it just slowly but surely. I've done it with a little rotary tool to just grind it off. You can use the hot knife trick and just cut it off with the hot knife. You know, you can do it however you want. But I'm going to go ahead and do that to this one to show you what it looks like. And then I'm going to go ahead and get this thing put back together. All right, guys, so I got it cut, and you can see that flange is just completely cut off there. And I just used my hot knife, the X-Acto knife with my little torch, since I already had it out. So now all we got to do is just get this stuck up into its little recess, and it will work great. And if you're wondering if this has any effect on the performance of the AC, I've gotten 40-degree air out of the vents after putting this all back together with this cut off. 40-degree air still comes out of the vents, which is about as good as it gets on current, AC systems. So that will not have any effect on the performance of the system that I've been able to see anyway. That's about all I really have. This will now, so the steps, and I've shown this in the other videos. Let me get one of these doors. Okay, so what you're going to want to do, once you slide the door in, that hole I was showing you, that's where that registers. That hole that's on the other side of the heater box, you've got to slide this in until this goes into that hole. Once the door's in there, you're going to take this little adapter, this little drive adapter, and you're going to stick that in there like that. Then you're going to take the side piece that you cut, you're going to get it slid up in there until that comes out just like that. Once you've got all that together, you just start bolting it together. Make sure you can generally grab this piece with your fingers and twist this door and make sure that it, that it moves. It should move nice and free. So just make sure that happens. Anyway, that's about it for this video. I just wanted to do kind of a short video. There was people that was having some that was leaving some comments on having problems getting this piece back in. That's the trick, is to cut this flange off right there, and make sure you round your X-Acto knife if that's the method you're going to use to cut. And that's really about it. Oh, and I've showed this in other videos. Cut these corner pieces. Where's it at? Yeah, right here. At like a 45 degree on that end right here. Just use your utility knife, X-Acto knife. Well, you could use your X-Acto knife. I just hit it with my box cutter. Bam, bam. Those are cut. And then if you want to guarantee that this is going to go right in the first try, go ahead and just cut that off. Anyway, we're done. You guys take care, man. Stay cool. 105 degrees the other day here in Texas. Later.